People throw around the word simulation like it's just another trendy catchphrase. But for me, simulation isn't a buzzword. When I say simulation, it points to something much larger than a cool theory or a click-worthy headline. It isn't just the Earth, and it isn't just the universe. It's everything. Every star, every cell, every thought, every signal flickering in your nervous system. It's you, and it's me, and it's the space in which the term universe even exists. When I use the word universe, it feels like a finite box with edges that we might one day reach, but simulation cuts through that. It implies infinity, a system so vast it can run and run again, worlds nested inside worlds, consciousness exploring itself without a true end. That's not just science fiction, that is a belief system. And that's how I orient myself in this reality. Some people may hear me talk about this and say, it's just a brand, a way to get clicks or to sell something. What I talk about isn't a marketing gimmick. It's actually the framework that I live by. It's how I navigate the fear, uncertainty, and just the general chaos of being a human in this avatar body. Believing in the simulation isn't about escaping a reality or responsibility. It's about remembering that with every bill, every diagnosis, and every heartbreak, it's all just data inside of a larger program. That awareness gives me the room to breathe and act from clarity instead of panic. Language is code. When I say simulation out loud, it does something. It breaks the loop of anxiety. It reminds me and the people around me that the story's not over, that nothing is actually locked in. If reality is a simulation, then every problem at some level is just a projection. And if it's a projection, it can shift. And that shift, it actually starts the moment you name it. Let me share a quick story that just recently happened to me where a friend called me in a panic. I told this individual to keep calm. You're just living in a simulation. And that specific comment snapped them into a different reality, whether or not they truly believe that. The absurdity of just saying that to somebody, usually it pattern interrupts. That one sentence shocked them out of the spiral, and the shock was the point. It interrupted panic enough to introduce clarity. I told them this is going to be okay because I said it's going to be okay. I actually sent this individual my song to listen to calm down, and no exaggeration, within 20 minutes, this person called me back saying that the problem was resolved. There was no frantic paperwork. The original scenario where I was going to have to do a bunch of paperwork, send it into different websites, that never had to happen. There was no heroic action for me. So this is how quickly you can shift your simulation. The moment they stopped feeding the panic, the system rearranged itself. Problem gone. Did the universe really just bend because I said simulation? Maybe. Maybe not. What really matters here is that naming it changed something. We observed the issue and saw it in a different pattern. We essentially changed the code. It calmed the nervous system, which then opens the field of possibilities. When you stop reacting, you stop writing the old code. You start writing the new. It's not about controlling every outcome. It's about choosing the frequency that you want to embody and operate on. Calm over chaos, trust over fear, and then letting the system mirror those choices. So when I say simulation, I'm not just chasing a trend. I'm pointing to a reality where nothing is final and the field is alive with potentials. Call it consciousness, call it source, call it the program, call it God, call it you, call it whatever. It doesn't matter. You are not trapped inside of a dead universe. You are playing inside of an infinite world of endless possibilities. The moment you claim that, the code begins to rewrite itself around you. So here's my final thoughts. Life will keep throwing things at you. Bills, fears, uncertainties, quote unquote, problems, but you don't have to let any of that decide who you are. So remember that this is all just a simulation, or it's at least the story that you can rewrite, and then act from that calm part of you that already knows it's all going to be okay. So I know you are all going to continue to manifest magic and resonate on your highest frequency.